Hi, my name is Jared Mello, and this is another episode of Mello Mentoring. Today's video is going to be about the positives of dating a narcissist, and not with them, more like afterwards, what we can learn from dating a narcissist. I see all this talk about people just being hurt and how they're victimized, and I want to kind of flip that narrative a little bit. Not to say they're wrong, but just to look at it in a different way. But before I get into that, please do subscribe if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I come up with more videos. And please feel free to share my content with anyone who you think might benefit from them. I've been really kind of on a roll lately, and it's been pretty cool. Getting more subscribers, more likes, and I'm very grateful for all of that. So to today's video. Two things that dating a narcissist reminds me of, right? Jim Carrey said that I'm not sure whether life happens for us, not to us or not, but he chooses to believe that it does happen for us. And I think that's the best mindset to have. It doesn't mean that like anything bad that happens to us, like we were punished by the universe or something, but we can choose to try to see things in the most positive light. So yeah, we were mentally abused, almost certainly, and maybe even physically abused by a narcissist. So what can we take from that experience? Now, the other thing I think about is Viktor Frankl from Auschwitz, who wrote a book, Man's Search for Meaning. And he said that in the concentration camp Auschwitz, the Nazis could take away all of his freedoms except for one, the freedom of how he would choose to respond in any given situation. And that's always stuck with me too. So, what did I learn from dating a narcissist? I kind of equate it to like me being a wad of cookie dough that got the crap kicked out of me a little bit by the slow burn of emotional abuse. It's kind of like the frog in a pot analogy where the temperature keeps on getting raised and we just don't know it until it's boiling and we're like, what the hell happened? And that's how it was. So I choose to look at it as it toughened me up. I'm able now to be a little more selective and skeptical of any new dating partners I may come across, right? Because looking back on my side of the street, what I've done wrong is I was probably a little over-eager to be loved because I wasn't loving and giving myself enough acceptance. So I was looking to fill that void with another person, and for my sins, another person in the form of a narcissist came along and seemed to perfectly fill in that gap. And that's not the right way. We need to learn how to be okay by ourselves. And when we're okay by ourselves, we're going to be a little less likely to ignore red flags, and we're much more likely to be able to pick up on them. And we know anything good takes time. And a relationship with a narcissist goes from 0 to 100 in a blink. So we would know now, that's a red flag. What else did dating a narcissist do for me? It's taught me how to really respect myself and to assert my boundaries, because it's impossible to be with a narcissist and respect ourselves at the same time. Our sense of self-worth will absolutely become lower because they just don't appreciate what we give them. And then in fact, it's actually the opposite. They enjoy hurting us. Imagine that. And I get it. I can still get temptations of wanting to talk to mine and get her back in my life a little bit despite all that, and maybe even get revenge in some way. But I choose not to do that today. Who knows what I'll do next week, but I choose not to do that today. The other thing, I just really think it's toughened me up in life, and it's helped me to become a better version of myself. Because the calm sea has never made a skilled sailor. So here I am, and in order for us to become tough, we're going to have some challenges. We're going to have to face some difficulties. Like, we can't become awesome people in this world without those difficulties, without those challenges. So sometimes the challenges come in the form of a person who physically or emotionally abuses us. Yeah, it can suck, but we can choose to look at it differently and say, you know what? That person really helped me to learn how to kick ass in my life and to not accept bad behavior. And that's how I choose to look at it. And maybe the universe decided, you know what? We need to toughen this person up a little bit, so we'll put the palm piece of a narcissist in their life, and they'll really be better for it. Yes, there's going to be a lot of pain involved, absolutely, but hey, growing usually is not a comfortable experience. We can either experience growth or we can experience comfort. And there's really not too much in between. So that's what I've learned from dating a narcissist. It's really toughened me up, made me get more assertive with my boundaries, made me get more clear on what I'm looking for in a relationship, what my hard no's are in terms of behavior, what I'll accept, what I won't accept. And it's taught me to put the responsibility on me. If I'm constantly being mistreated, I am cooperating with the treatment. I can put my foot down at any time. But why do people not put their foot down sometimes? Because they have those feelings and they love the way the person makes them feel. So they're willing to disrespect themselves in order to get those good feelings. Let's not do that anymore. Let's choose to look at the experience for what it was, a good learning experience, but let's empower ourselves to take the positives from it instead of just continually being a victim of that person and a victim of the experience. Like, nah, let's own this shit, empower ourselves, and say, hey, it was just the universe's way of turning me into a stronger, more independent person so that, hey, whoever comes in my life next, I'll be a better version of myself because of the narcissist that was there. And it's not wrong. It's true. I am a much better version of myself now because of what's happened to me. Right? So I take ownership. I take responsibility for my side of the street. And that's all we can all do. That's it. And just continually try to get a little better each day. So that's what I've learned from dating a narcissist, the positive side of it. Please comment. Leave some feedback on what you think of this video. Did you like it? Did you disagree? Did you agree? And any other future comments of video topics, that would be greatly appreciated too. So have a great rest of your day.